Hello and good morning. Morning, welcome to Leave a Love. I usually come on here and I do the return to senders. I do the return to senders is to return energy back to wherever it's coming from. But I'm gonna still do the return to senders. I do them every day, but I'm gonna also talk about the Bronx community because I'm from the Bronx. I live in the Bronx. I'm in the South Bronx area. And then it's like, I've been seeing, I have this court case, Paulina Garcia versus the Bronx Supreme Courthouse, the Unified Court System, Index 1021-2024, right? My case is for corruption, it's for sabotage, it's for racism, it's for sexism, it's for all these things. The file is 405 pages thick. It's information. It's emails, it's situations, it's conversations that I've had with people in places of power. Nobody's helped me. No one has ever helped me. And I've been fighting for justice for a long time. Justice for the Bronx, right? And then, I saw a clip the other day and it was about the Bronx. And they were just talking about how the Bronx is. Like all the people moved out, the Italians moved out. A lot of people moved out, but the Bronx is known for drugs. It's known for drugs. Everybody here is on drugs. Everybody here has issues. It's low income. Low income. It's like the poorest borough. The poorest borough. Nobody wants to work here. Nobody wants to represent the Bronx. Nobody wants to help the people. And there's one politician. I think he's a politician. He's a politician. His name is Richie Torres. Richie Torres. And I'm like, he's the only one. The only man I have ever seen that actually talks about helping the Bronx move forward, helping the Bronx thrive, helping the Bronx be better. That's the only man I ever seen talk about the Bronx. Like, we're gonna do something about the Bronx. Like, there's an issue in the Bronx. It's been crime here, always been crime here. I saw this clip, and the Bronx is in New York State. The Bronx is the borough that has the highest crime rate. It's the poorest borough. It has a lot of issues. The Bronx has a lot of issues. And the corruption is in the courthouse. So it's like everyone in the courthouse is a part of the Bronx. And then it's like you don't want to be fucked up like everybody else. You don't want to be a drug addict. You don't want to be a crackhead. You don't want to be a prostitute. You know? But it's like the people in the Bronx are a product of the Bronx. They are from the Bronx, or they know the Bronx. Corruption is in the courthouse because of where you come from. You in the Bronx community. you around the shit. It's normal to them. The corruption is normal because the Bronx is so bad. So then I'm trying to understand why no one is helping me. Why is no one helping me? It's because the Bronx is like, it's just the worst borough. The worst is the worst of the worst. Everything bad is here. No one can be trusted here. Everybody does the same thing. The spell work, everyone does it, but you can't prove it. But everybody's going through problems. It's because of the backfired spell work that they're doing, but you can't prove spell work. You just have to live. Like, we're here, we're in the Bronx, and we just have to live. We just have to get by the day. We have to wake up every day and do it again. And it's just like, oh my God. It's Monday. And then I'm thinking, like, the Bronx is like this. The courthouse is like this because the Bronx has always been the worst borough. It has always been corruption. It has always been crime. It has always been drugs, drug dealers, the mafias. They have groups of people that sit there and sabotage people and laugh. And they're bragging about the fucked up things that they did. And I'm just like, but this is how people are in the courthouse. They brag about it. Like, oh, like they done did this, they done robbed the car, they done set this one up and that one up. That's why everybody sets everybody up. Like you can't trust you can't trust these people because they're gonna try to set you up. They're gonna put you in a place and get you in some shit and you won't know. If you don't know, and it's like you have to know the past in order to know the future. You have to understand why things are the way they are. Like I started from the begin program. It was from a welfare program. And then it's like everyone here is on public assistance. Everyone here is struggling. Everyone here is going through their own things. But it's like if I don't look into the past, you're not gonna know the future. The past, the Bronx burning, the burning of the Bronx. You heard of the burning of the Bronx? They burnt down buildings of the Bronx to get insurance money. This was normal. That's why the Bronx has all these abandoned buildings. Buildings burnt down. Buildings are just abandoned. And it was the burning of the Bronx. They would burn down the buildings to get the insurance money. All the people are homeless because they lost their apartment through the burning of the buildings. And it's just like, this was in the 70s, the 80s. The crack cocaine, it was just like heavy. Now they're on meth. Everybody's strung out. There's a whole bunch of methadone clinics, a whole bunch of health clinics, mental health clinics, because it's a problem. It's a serious problem here in the Bronx. But it's like, how can you understand or how can you fix the Bronx if you don't understand the problem has been here for years. The problem has been here since the 70s, even before 70s, the 80s, the 90s, 2000, 2010. Now we're in the 2020s. We're in 2026 now. And it's been an ongoing problem. Nothing has changed. Everything is the same. And it's like, oh my God, how is everything the same? The people are corrupt. Being a whore is like, it's like okay. Like everybody's a fucking whore. Everybody's sleeping with everybody else. And it's just like, oh my, that's normal. Everybody's on drugs. That's normal. Like how is this normal? But it's because of the environment. That's what the environment is like. The environment is like that. And it's like you have to know the past in order to understand what is happening. What the fuck is happening? Why is everybody like this? They've always been like this. They have always been like this. And it's just like, oh my God, like somebody needs to do something. But who's gonna do something? Who's gonna do something? Nobody wants to take the initiative. Nobody wants to take accountability for what the hell is going on. Everyone acts like being a whore is okay, being corrupt is okay, setting people up is okay. Like all this shit is okay, and it's allowed, and they approve of it. They condone it. They allow it, and they let it happen. They don't help the people. And it's just like, oh my God. They were talking about the people. Sometimes they come too late. People don't already die. Shit already happened. And nobody's there to help. No one does anything until someone dies. And it's just like, oh my God. Oh my God. And I'm just thinking about the Bronx. I live in the Bronx. I'm in the South Bronx. And then it's bad. It's bad over here. And then I'm like, you try to understand. I've been fighting for this case, 2 years fighting for this case, but I've always been fighting for justice within the unified court system, and no one has assisted me or helped me. It's because the entire system is corrupt. They're from the Bronx. The Bronx is the corrupt. It is bad. The Bronx is bad. There's nothing good in the Bronx. The people come from this. They come from drugs. They come from prostitution. They come from sabotage. These people would sabotage buildings for insurance money. It's normal to get the insurance money. Mess up something, sabotage something, unalive a person for insurance money. This is normal thinking. And it's like, oh my God, like you did what? 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 But it's normal. If you look at the history of the Bronx, this is normal behavior. And now I understand nobody does anything. Who are you afraid of? Is it the mafia? Like, I wouldn't even know. It's like, what are they afraid of to fix the Bronx, to do something, to create change, make it better, help the people, help the community? What is, how is that going to hurt anyone? It's going to make everything better. Change is going to make everything better. And the only representative that I know, I don't know him personally. I don't know anything about this man, but I'm on YouTube and I see a lot of stuff about Representative Richie Torres, and he's always trying to help for the Bronx. He's always speaking up for the Bronx. He's always trying to do things for the Bronx. He's trying to make the people aware of what is going on in the Bronx. And I'm like, okay, like maybe, like, is he corrupt? Like, is he like everybody else? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know him. But it's like, but I've been looking at his work and I'm like, wow, like he really cares about the Bronx. And it's like the Bronx is an issue because it's always been an issue since the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. And there's video recordings of the Bronx. There's history of the Bronx. There's history of the corruption, of the crime, of the prostitution. Hunts Point, that's where all the whores is. That's where all the whores is at. That's where you can go and pick them up, It's crazy over here. And it's like, but this man wants to clean up the Bronx. And now I understand the court case. Nobody does anything about the court case because they're all a part of the corruption. They're all a part of it. The setting up, the harassment, the bullying, the whores, the dirty whores. Like, these people are just so filthy, but they're in the courthouse. They have political power. They have power. And that's how they get away with the crimes, because they have power. And then they stay in power because nobody does their job. Like, nobody's looking into this. And it's like, oh my God, like, how can nobody see what's going on? The messages come. Like, I saw a video the other day and I posted it and I shared it because I'm like, look, and this was from back in the days, and I'm like, but this explains why things are the way they are now. It explains it. And I'm just like, like, what can you say? Like, what can I say to it? Like, that's the past and it still happens. It still fucking happens. You would see this woman, she was an old lady, and she didn't have nowhere to go, so she stayed in the Bronx, knowing the crime, knowing whatever's going on, and so many people robbed her, tried to mug her. She was like, she don't even go outside after 4 o'clock because of the shit, that goes on in the Bronx. And I'm just like, but this is how it is. This is how it was back in the day. Like, how you think it is now? Like, they're watching you. You outside, they're watching you. They're trying to look up for a way to set you up and do you something. And it's just like, but this is normal. This is normal in the Bronx. And I don't know, I just wanted to talk about it because it's like I'm just coming to an understanding of what the hell is going on. And I'm most likely am going to tag Richie Torres on here because I'm like, everything that happens here in the Bronx is because of whatever has been happening, in the past. And no one has done anything. And this has been a problem that has been going on for more than 20, 30, 40, 50 years. It has been going on for a long time. And no one has done anything. And it's hard to create change when people are stuck in their ways and they don't care about the community. They don't care about the people in the Bronx. All of the boroughs have something to say about the Bronx. Like, they don't care. They just don't care about the people or the community. I just wanted to say that because everything that comes up is a message. You see something, there's a message there for you. So it's like, pay attention. Pay attention. Because when you see things, you see information, there's a message there. There's a message there. Just pay attention, put it together, piece it together, and understand what the hell is happening. And I'm like, it's a product of the Bronx environment. The courthouse, the justice system is corrupt because of the environment of the Bronx. What do you expect to happen? You expect to have good people in places of power in the Bronx, and the Bronx has always been corrupt. It has always been dangerous. It has always been a problem. There's problems in the Bronx, always. And you think the justice system is not as fucked up as the community? The justice system is just as fucked up as the community. They're no better than the community of the Bronx. And it's like, and then nobody does their job. Nobody looks into this. Nobody does anything. It's crazy, but it's not. It's like, this is just the way it is. But it's not supposed to be like this. People are supposed to do their job. People, the officers are supposed to fight crime. Things are just not supposed to be this way. Drugs are not supposed to be out here like that. But it's out here. Prostitution is normal. Like, fucking normal. I'm like, oh my God. Like, gotta do better. Educate yourself. Learn something else. Do something else. Do something else with your time. So you don't want to be like them. I don't want to be like them. So, and then it's like, I'm around it, but I'm not like them. It's like, I'm around it, and it's like I have to teach myself another way to do things. And it's just like, this is what you're around? Like, yeah, this is what I'm around. And it's okay. It's like moving forward. It's understanding the Bronx, understanding the community, understanding the justice system. Why is it like this? Because the Bronx is like this. That's why the justice system. That's why the Bronx Supreme Courthouse, criminal court, family court, all of the courts, civil court, all of the courts are a little fucked up. Why? Why is it like this? The Bronx is a little fucked up. That's it. Like, that's my conclusion to it. The Bronx is fucked up. Everything else in the Bronx is a little fucked up too. And no one does anything. But Richie Torres wants to help. Like, that man wants to help. And I'm like, let that man help the people in the Bronx. Because everyone here needs something, needs someone to do something, because nobody wants to do anything. Nobody wants to do their job. And it's just like, oh my God, what are they gonna, I don't even know what they're gonna do. Leave with love. This is a spiritual channel. I'm supposed to be doing return to senders. I do cleansings, I do things, but that was the message about the Bronx, the community, the justice system, everything. Leave with love.